Hello everyone and welcome to GTA Online Racing episode 31 and the much anticipated testing of tyres in GTA Online. So some of you guys have been waiting for this for quite a while and it's certainly been one of the most requested videos that I've had, so I'm not going to let you wait any longer. There is no difference between any of the tyres in GTA Online. It doesn't matter what you put on, whether it's high-end, lowrider, off-road, custom, bulletproof. You can put any kind of tyres with any kind of accessories you want on your car and you will go at the exact same speed as what you normally would with anything else. Doesn't matter between stock or high-end, bulletproof, custom, anything that you want to put on, any kind of tyres, you will go at the exact same speed. So that's the conclusion. If you want to click off now, if you've heard all you need to hear and you're not bothered about hearing any more, then you feel free to click off the video now. What I'm going to do for the rest of this video is explain how I've come to that conclusion, show you the tests that I did, and explain exactly what I did to get there. So as you probably all know, it's taken me a long time to get this video out to you guys. You know, this has been requested for quite a while and it's taken me all this time to actually get it done. And the reason for that isn't that I didn't want to do it, it's just that it's such a difficult task to accomplish. To try and prove 100% one way or another whether tyres actually have an effect is extremely difficult. You know, there's only a certain few ways that you can try that. I mean, you can drive around a track endlessly, but even that isn't going to do it really. Even that isn't going to show you 100% just due to the inherent variance and close times that people got. Now, people have tested these around the track, and you know, the thing that tips you off straight away that there is no difference is that people always get different results. You know, people test them around the track, all the different tyres. Sometimes the lowrider comes up as the number one, sometimes the tuner comes up as the number one, sometimes the sport comes up as the number one, sometimes the off-road becomes the number one. It doesn't matter how many people you ask or how many times you take it around a track, the order always seems to be slightly different between different people. So that's the first little clue that, hold on, maybe they're just all the same and this is just some natural variance between people's driving. But that's not enough, you know, it's not enough just to say that, and you need to, I needed to actually prove to you guys and come up with some testing that would prove 100% one way or another that tyres didn't work or that tyres did work, and that was such a hard thing to do. So what I eventually settled on is testing acceleration and braking most of all, and the basis for this is going to be the Futo. Now this Futo has fully upgraded engine, transmission and turbo, so it's got a lot of power and not a lot of traction. So if the tyres actually do affect the traction, they will be shown a lot more on the Futo than they would be shown on anything else, because basically there's just no traction on the Futo to start with. So first of all, the test that I did was wheel spin on acceleration. So this is testing how much wheel spin you get off the line. Now as you'll see in these comparisons, just have a look at the bottom of each of the cars on each of these tests and just see for when the wheel spin line, when the rubber ends. So as you saw, it just happened there, when the rubber finishes, that's when the wheel spin is ended. And as you see on every single one, it's exactly the same. And now I did about 15 runs on every single type of tyre. I always got the same result. It was always, and I've done a frame by frame analysis of this. It's always exactly the same. So the wheel spin off the line isn't affected by the tyre that you have on, and therefore theoretically there shouldn't be any difference in the amount of traction that you get from a tyre, because if there was more traction from any one of the tyres, you would get less wheel spin. Now I've also done braking distance, so again, the more traction that you have, the earlier you should be able to stop when you put the brakes on. Now as you can see in all these tests, the brake lights come on all at exactly the same time, and then again doing sort of a frame by frame type analysis, all the cars stop at exactly the same point. Again, I did multiple runs for this and it's always been exactly the same. It doesn't matter what tyres you have on, it's exactly the same right down to the thousandth of a second. You know, it's absolute exact based on the frames in Sony Vegas. So yeah, you know, based on the accelerating, the wheel spin on the acceleration is always the same. The braking distance is always exactly the same. That means that there is no traction effects from the wheels. You know, the wheels don't give any more or less traction because those braking distances and wheel spin amounts would have been different. Now I did the same tests off-road as well. One has stock tyres on the left on this shot, and then the one on the right has off-road tyres. It's a little bit more difficult to see the acceleration there, but I did again do a frame by frame analysis on the sound, and that's exactly the same. And then the same thing again for braking. The brake lights come on at the exact same time, and both cars stop at the exact same time as well. So having off-road tyres doesn't even give you an advantage off-road. So yeah, that was the sort of the main chunk of the testing. But I also decided to take a car around a track. So one of the tyres that has been often said to be a bit quicker. Sometimes, obviously all of them get said many times around, but off-road tyres are generally considered by some people to be a bit quicker, so I chose them. And then I chose some high-end tyres as well, and I just took this Buffalo S with no other modifications, just the tyre changes around cutting corners for a number of laps, just to see, from my personal opinion, what I could feel, and I couldn't feel a difference. The lap times themselves, as you'll see, are very close, certainly enough to be the variance in driving, and also when I was taking them around, I didn't see any significant differences in lap times as well. I was always getting consistent 1-minute 3s and low 1-minute 4s, just every other lap, and I did quite a few laps. There was no real difference in performance that I could see, and this was just basically to get a bit of personal opinion on it as well. I've done the testing within a straight line, but I wanted to see around a track what it would be like, and obviously just to get a bit of a personal opinion of mine as well. And my opinion on that is that there's absolutely no difference. Coming from a completely unbiased standpoint, there's no difference whatsoever in the tyres. And if you do think there is a difference between any of the tyre types and one tyre is working better for you, then it probably is. If you put tuner tyres on and they make you go faster, then they probably do actually make you go faster. But that's not anything mechanical or game related. It's just a placebo effect, and you feel that, you believe that they'll make you go faster, so they allow you to go a little bit faster. You drive a little bit harder, you get more out of the car. So yeah, by all means, don't even listen to what I'm saying. Feel free to disagree with what I've put up here. I'm just done the best I can, because it is such a difficult thing to test. But yeah, feel free to disagree all you want, and just use tyres that you feel are best, because frankly they probably will be better for you, even if it's just based on getting you to think they're quicker rather than them actually being quicker. So yeah, that's my findings, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Do you agree with what I've found here, or do you still feel there's a difference? Will you be just using whatever tyres look good, as I will be, or will you be still sticking to the same sort of tyres that you feel give you a bit of a better performance? So yeah, let me know down below. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. It's taken me a while to figure out what to do, but I hope I've done it to the best of my ability, and that you guys have actually found something useful in it. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate your support, as always. Thanks for all of your comments, all of your likes. I'm almost about to hit 12,000 subscribers as well, so I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, and I hope to bring more of these videos out to you soon. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.